Hey guys, it's Dean. This video is for the guys 40 plus. It'd be nice to have a six pack, but if you're interested in a strong functional core without back pain, these are exercises you're gonna wanna do. Hey guys, it's Dean, Manful Yoga. We're here with Dr. Ray from Fit Father Project. And today we are going to work on real core strength. So a lot of you guys might be familiar with crunches or other boring ab exercises, but we're going to focus on full body core strength exercises to get your abs, but also all of the other muscles that work up your core.
And let's just be honest here. This is my way of just cutting through the BS. If you want ripped abs like Dean, I mean, you've seen this guy, I got a decent set too. Like, these are exercises that you want to be doing to get your midsection to look great. All right, let me see. We got some abs. All right, we saw them.
Okay.
But yeah, point being, exercises work these things. I'm excited to train. Let's do some core.
Cool. All right, so first thing I like to do, start basic, right? We want to get that core firing. We want to make sure that we have that sensation of, oh, okay, this is what it feels like to engage the core. So we're going to do a bird dog for this. So we're going to take it down into a tabletop position, hands under your shoulders, knees under hips. Now, where people mess up bird dog is they tend to get lazy with the pelvic and the neutral core, or the neutral spinal alignment. So without moving your hips, bring your right arm straight out in front of you. Reach it straight out. Good. And then again, without moving the hips, so I'm going to put my hand right here so it doesn't move. Slowly bring your left leg back. Press your leg back, right? So now you're cheating a little bit. So I want you to think drawing in your core, right? So pull it in even more. There we go. And then straighten this leg. Good. So now we're in a much better position, right? A lot of people, so do it incorrectly so people can see what happens, right? People kind of drop the belly. They look forward instead of looking down. So we want to think pulling the belly button in and really tightening through the abs. And if you do this, you'll probably start to shake and wiggle a little bit. One other way to add some good engagement to this, hug your left hand and your right knee toward one another. So if you can get that cross body engagement, now we've got some really good engagement.
That's nasty.
Yes. Now we're gonna keep going. So this is called awkward airplane. I really like this one. You're gonna bring your right arm out about 45 degrees, and then your left leg out. This is going to really, okay, good. We found something to work on. Cool.
This is terrible.
So this is called awkward airplane. Really, really like this exercise. You're going to feel much more, intense core engagement as you're doing this. Yep. Breathing is fast. Go ahead and come back to the middle. Good. Let's go ahead and relax. All right. So core is firing. That's what we want.
That's great.
Cool. All right. Other side. So now left arm comes up. And then once again, we are going to be incredibly mindful not to move the hips. Okay, so very, very slowly without moving the hips, bring that right leg back. That was good. That was really good. Yeah, so good. And you probably, when you do this for the first few times, you're probably going to be very mindless about bringing that leg back, and you'll probably arch your back and you'll look, let's do it incorrectly, right? You kind of look something like this, and then look forward.
Or this.
So look, you're going to be all wonky. So the way that you do a bird dog, it should feel the same way as when you do a plank, right? You want that intense feeling of core engagement. You want that kind of shaking sensation. And again, hug the right hand toward the left knee here. Yep, so we're getting, again, kind of that cross-body engagement to tighten the core even more.
It's nasty.
Good. See if you can pull your belly button in, and I want you to relax this leg just a little bit.
Yeah, that's better.
There we go. Good. And now we're going to do the awkward airplane. So out, or awkward bird dog, whatever we want to call this. The name's not important. Yep. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Slow down the breathing, right? Even as you're doing core work, if you can keep your breathing mindful and in controlled, in and out of the nose, you'll be able to hold it longer. All right, come back and release. Okay, so core is firing.
For sure.
Yes, good warm up. All right, now we're gonna go into the next exercise. This is probably my favorite exercise for core in yoga. It's called a boat pose.
Okay.
And for me, this was life changing. The first time I did this, I realized, oh my God, my hip flexors are garbage. So this might be a good test for you. Mm-hmm. So boat pose is, I'd like to explain it as a core stability exercise that utilizes your hip flexors to keep your body upright. So You're going to start in a seated upright position with your knees bent and your feet kind of planted in front of you, just like what you see Dr. A doing here. Now, level 1, you're going to hold onto your knees with your hands and doing your best to stay as upright through your body as possible. Focus on building awareness through your hip flexors, okay? So if you were to hover your feet off the ground a little bit.
Oh, just shift my weight back.
Yep, you're gonna lean back, good. And you wanna feel hip flexors really engaging to hold yourself up.
I do.
If you're not using your hip flexors, what's gonna happen is you're gonna round through your chest and you're gonna kind of collapse like that.
And I actually feel it in my back. I feel like I'm holding myself up with my arms and my lats now versus my arms and my lats are basically doing very little to anything.
Yeah. Your hip flexors and your core, right? The abs I'm specifically talking about here, that's what's holding you up here. All right, so this is kind of level 1. And even here, Dr. Z's, he's shaking a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So this is good. Now, level 2, you're going to bring your shins to parallel to the ground. And maybe we bring the hands away from the shins. You can also use your hands on the ground here if you want. So if you want, put your hands kind of on, back there, even on the sides of your hips.
It's way more intense on the hip flexors now.
Yeah. Yep. Good. So we still have a little bit of hand support here if you want to use the hands, but, right, this is a lot more intense. And level 3, we're going to bring the arms out in front of you. Yep. He just gave me a look. He's like, don't make me do it.
I'm like, I did give him a look. I'm like, level 3.
All right. So this is level 2 or level 3-ish, 2.5. All right. Go ahead and relax. That was solid. Okay. So basically what we're doing here is we're going for the core engagement. We're going through the activeness of those muscles. It doesn't matter if you look like what Dr. A is doing or what I'm doing. It's more so how do you do it in a way that gets the right muscles engaging. So if I'm doing this correctly, if I'm just here and I'm feeling really good engagement through my hip flexors, if my abs are working and I don't have pain in my lower back, then this is all I'm going to do. I'm like, cool, this is great. If I want to make this more intense, right, the shins come up, I'm feeling really upright through the chest, I'm feeling my hip flexors engage, maybe my hands are supporting me behind me, right? And then if I want to go more intense, arms going out in front, maybe I can extend the legs if I do this for a couple of years, right?
What I notice is like your chin stays long, neck staying long, versus this kind of like cervical flexion thing, which I think creates more length in the spine and more tension in the abs.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Always think, it really does help think, how can I lift more? How can I create some space? Think about lifting your rib cage away from the hips and even pushing the top of your head away from the hips. So creating that extra length through the body.
I see that.
Cool. All right. Boat pose. All right, guys, quick 15-second break here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you are focused on your longevity. You want to do what you physically want to do for as long as possible and live independently as long as you can. And if that's your goal, I invite you to do our free 7-day Beginner's Yoga for Men challenge. Link is in the description below. Sign up when the video is finished. Next one, we're going to do 2 poses here. First is going to be a full locust, and then we're going to take it into a Superman.
Sweet.
This is a really challenging exercise. You're going to push yourself for about 20 seconds here, and then it's going to move on. All right, so we want to have the whole body engaged for a full locust pose here. So this is very similar to a cobra. If you saw one of our other videos where we did cobra, if you didn't, go back and watch it. So setting up for cobra, you're going to extend your legs back as far as you can. And then we want to zipper the legs together. So from your big toes all the way up to your pubic bone, squeeze your legs toward one another. We want the pubic bone pressing into the ground, core engaged, and then hug your elbows down and in. So down toward the hips and in toward the sides. And now we're going to lift your body off the ground just using the strength of your core. So if Dr. A was to hover his hands, nothing changes, right? So make sure that you're not pushing yourself away from the ground. Now to make this more intense, taking into full locust, we're going to bring the arms along the side. So actually reach down for this one. Yeah, I tricked you. But reach down, palms facing up, really pull the shoulder blades together, and now lift everything off the ground. Lift everything, make your body as long as possible. Top of the head pushes forward, toes reach back, lock out your legs if you can. So you're constantly going between lengthening the body as you inhale and exhaling to go a little bit higher. Right? Super, super intense. He's getting really good height here. All right, and go ahead and relax. Right, it doesn't have to last that long for this to be effective. And then we're gonna do a slightly different modification here. Now the arms are gonna come out in front of him.
I'm gonna zipper again.
This one is Superman. Yep, and the legs again, zippered. So it is really good to go through that checklist, right? Where we get the thighs engaged, the knees are off the ground, legs squeezing toward one another, core is engaged. We want to make sure that the lower back isn't doing all of this work by itself. Okay, now the arms are going to come forward, like reach them toward the wall in front of you. This is Superman, right? Lift the legs, point the toes, and you actually want to internally rotate your thighs. Yes, just like that, so your knees are facing down, and reach, right? And even if you want, turn your palms to face up, and then reach forward and up even more. Yes, there we go. Good. All right, and go ahead and relax. Yeah. So
Wow.
that'll ruin your whole day or make it great.
You know, I think what I appreciate about that instruction is there were like 3 subtle adjustments you gave me for all of those that made all the difference. Doing that bird dog, it's the driving together of this, moving these together, made it 50% more active.
Yeah.
The knees or the femurs internally rotating and externally rotating here makes all the difference. So as we learn, these subtle form points make a huge difference, and that's why thank you for the great instruction.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, it's still good to go through the motions, but you do it right, you get so much more benefit.
Yeah, and I think what's also cool about this is not only, yes, better technique and better engagement and better results, but also it's that little attention to detail that also leads into a lot of the mindfulness benefits as well. So the more that you can focus on your body and check in with those little adjustments, yes, physical fitness, but also mindfulness.
And I didn't feel like I was, at first we flexed our abs, but I didn't feel like I was training abs. I feel like I was training motions, but my abs got trained in the process. So
yes,
that seems more fun.
Yeah. I think there's definitely something to be said about doing a movement and the muscles automatically engaging with that movement versus just doing something and saying, okay, squeeze this as much as possible, which I think it's helpful.
Yeah.
But like if you can do it in the context of a movement instead, then that translates to more functional.
Here's my final question.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you did a set of crunches?
I don't know.
It's been that long, right?
Like basic crunches,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I can remember doing them at my grandma's house when I was 8, but
Okay, point being, couldn't tell you the last time I did some either.
Yeah.
And we're 2 dudes that have been in this fitness game for a long time.
yeah.
I think that says a lot about the approach to core training. This is a better way to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing this in a way where you're integrating full body, where you're getting your hip flexors involved, where you're getting, full body involved as opposed to just individual abs training.
Love it. Thanks, bro.
Cool. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Be sure to check out the other videos in the series.
Talk to you soon.
All right, guys, I hope those movements were fun and challenging, because if they were, that means that these are exercises that can help you with your overall fitness. If you're just doing the same things that don't challenge you over and over again, you're probably not going to get that much stronger. You can do this workout as many times as you want, even multiple times per day. I've also gone ahead and added 3 of my favorite YouTube workouts for core to the description, links below. Shout out to Dr. A for joining me for this video. He's got an incredible movement, community, and resources on his YouTube channel at the Fit Father Project. And if you haven't already, I invite you to sign up for the Manful Yoga YouTube channel. Subscribe. Like the video if you found it helpful. Leave a comment if you have a question. And if you want to get straight to a great core workout that I made specifically for guys 50 plus, go ahead and click over my shoulder here and give it a shot. It's just 10 minutes, no yoga experience required.